Hey everyone, welcome to Conversations with Curtis. My name is Paul Stetler. I'm the host of this channel, and today I am giving you a video newsletter. I haven't done a video newsletter in a long time. I used to do it pretty regularly, but for various reasons have not done so, and it just seemed like now is the time to give you guys a little update on everything that's going on in Conversations with Curtis land. So here we go. How you doing? How's everybody doing? You guys have a good week? It is Saturday, it's February 4th. I was on tour all last week. I'm in a hotel room, obviously. I'm in Beaverton, Oregon, right next to Portland, Oregon. And I was on a work tour. And it was busy. I was really, really busy this week. And I have more tours coming up, and I'll tell you all about that in a little bit. But what's kind of neat is that coincidentally, we have a Letters Aloud performance here in Beaverton tomorrow afternoon, Sunday the 5th, at the Patricia Reser Center for the Arts, a brand new, gorgeous arts facility. They're doing their inaugural season, and they booked us, and so we're down here. I'm staying the night tonight, and then we'll do the show tomorrow, and then I get to go back up and see my family. So if you are anywhere near Beaverton and would like to come see a Letters Aloud performance, then please do. It's such a cool show. I am so proud of this this little performing arts program that I put together. Oh, and before I move on to Conversations with Curtis stuff, I do want to throw something out there for anybody watching. If you or you know someone who is a website designer, I need some help with the Letters Aloud website. We're booking a lot of gigs. We just got a New York agent who is working very hard for us. We seem to be taking off in a way that we haven't in a long time. And I have a very, very bare bones website, a free WordPress site that we put together years ago. And it's got all the information, but it just doesn't look very interesting. So if you or you know someone who might be interested, I would love to find someone to help add a little pizzazz to our website. I cannot pay you what you are worth. We just don't have that kind of funds. But we could give you a modest stipend, and you would be doing us a huge favor. And you would be contributing to something that I think is really valuable, which is bringing humanity to history through the reading of these amazing letters. So anyways, think about it. If you want to get to me, I'd love to hear from you if you have something. As you can tell, I am going to ramble. I'm going to ramble a lot today. I usually, with these video newsletters, I try to be creative. I put some fun backgrounds. I edit it. I add some images and videos, but today I'm just going to talk to you from this hotel room. Let's see what else. Okay, let's talk about Conversation with Curtis. It's been going really well, and I think that if you haven't noticed, we have been producing a ton of content lately. In January alone, Daniel put this up on Twitter. We produced 7 times more content than in the early Conversations with Curtis days. Last month in January, we did 14 videos. That's pretty much one video every other day. We did 5 interviews, 7 live streams. We had 1 recap of our original conversation with Ross Scott before I interviewed him, and then Daniel did a speed run. So that's a ton of content. When we first started, it was just 1 interview every month when I was starting the oral history of Phantasmagoria 2. The problem is our revenue is not increasing. Our revenue is actually incrementally decreasing. So we are producing more and more, but we are making less and less. And at the moment, things can't continue that way. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this. Especially folks that are new. You guys just joined us. We have a lot of new subscribers, thanks to the Spoonie interviews and Ross Scott interview. So thank you for joining us. And this might be a good opportunity for you to realize that we need a little more support to continue to grow Conversations with Curtis into the channel that I think it could be. Certainly it could be better than what it is right now, because I got to tell you that I got my Mac laptop and I know it has a crappy camera on it. So I brought my new webcam that I thought I would just be able to attach to it, but it's got the wrong port. That camera doesn't have this USB-C or whatever it is port. So I'm using my phone, which is now sitting on top of a coffee maker and is leaning up against a Trader Joe's organic mini cheese sandwich cracker box. But I did plug in my new or not new, but I've had this for a while, my Blue Yeti microphone into the laptop, and I'll basically, sync that later. But yeah, this is very MacGyver-y. And eventually it would be nice to not have to do all this, this stuff. And what that means is that we are looking to increase our revenue. And for those of you who are our Patreon members, who are coffee members, thank you. You have been the backbone to keep this thing going. For those of you coming on for the first time, just know that we need your support, because at the moment, Daniel and I are going to have to scale back a little bit. So A, that we can continue to strategize about how to grow, and B, because we both need to put time and effort into our other jobs that make us the revenue that we need to support our families. When I talked to Ross Scott, one thing that stood out to me is that I know he's got a bazillion followers, but he put out one video asking for money. One video. And he has that on his website or wherever. And that's the only thing that he's ever done. And that actually helps bring in regular donations for him. I feel like I'm asking for money all the time, and I hate it. I hate it. It's no fun. It's not who I am, asking people for money. So I want to get us in a situation where we can have a video out there. Maybe it's this one, probably not. But let me just talk you through some stuff. Here's what Daniel and I kind of talked about recently. So right now we kind of have two levels to Conversation with Curtis. One, we live stream old classic video games, and we're going to probably play newer games and change that up a little bit. But we live stream games. And then two, we do interviews. Three, we've got all kinds of other ideas about what we want to do as soon as we have the bandwidth to do it. But those are the two main things that we do right now. When we live stream a game, we have a coffee goal. And Coffee is KOFI. It's this website that allows you to donate, and they give us a better percentage than YouTube or other places do. And our goal is usually like $150 to $200 per stream. And at the end of that, we usually give away a game if we make that or something like that. But right now, I think what we're going to do is that if we don't make our coffee goal on a particular stream, then that's telling us that this game isn't particularly interesting to you, and that we're not going to stick with that game. We'll move on to something else. We will only continue to play a game if we continue to reach the goal for that day. The only thing that will change that is if we don't get our goal, but the viewership of that game is up, let's say we get 500 views in the first week, then we might continue to play because we can see that there's an interest. But if the viewership is down, if we don't get the coffee goal, then we're not going to keep playing that game, because it's just clear that it's not piquing people's interest. So that's where the coffee goal is. Our Patreon memberships and then our coffee memberships, but just so you know, we have Patreon, which we've had since the beginning. We have a pretty robust following there. When we found this coffee website, we know that they give a higher percentage of the donations. So Coffee and Patreon, you can join either one of those as a member, and you get the exact same perks on either one. So you can join either one you want, but it's the same thing. But those membership goes toward the content we produce. So if you want to see 3 streams a week and a couple interviews a month, then we need to be at a certain level. I'm thinking we need to be probably around $1,800 a month. Right now, we're a little under, like at $1,350 or something like that. But if we stay where we are right now, then we need to do less because we just can't. Because otherwise, because I'm going on tours, I'm doing all these things, and I just can't make it work. So, so that's kind of where we're at. So, Patreon Coffee memberships are going to allow us to produce more work, to create more work, to work with you and anybody who's reached out to us saying they want to contribute or help. It allows us the time to talk to our fans and members and to kind of come up with creative ideas to continue to grow this channel. So yeah, that's kind of it. If you have some suggestions about revenue, about how to increase revenue outside of donations, then let us know about it. I don't know if it's sponsorships. I don't know if it's corporate whatever, but we would love to know what your thoughts are on how we can increase our revenue so that we can grow this channel and put more effort into this channel and a little bit less effort into these other jobs that we do. So yeah, what else do I have to say? Oh, this is pretty funny. Daniel and I have been chatting about all of this. And one of the things that he suggested, and we're going to chat about this week, is creating a store, a digital store on the coffee website where we can do commissions and offer services. There was a guy who reached out to me recently who's a big fan. His best friend is a big fan of Phantasmagoria too. And for his 40th birthday, he was wondering if I could do a video shout out to him as Curtis Craig. I think that's really fun. And I think that we can come up with some really cool things like that on the store that people can purchase, either video greetings from me. Daniel said he could create individual FMV games for people. So there's all kinds of fun things that we can do and that we need to spend some time strategizing and putting together. And again, if you have ideas about something like this, please share them with us on our Discord channel or here on the comments. I guess the comments is better. Let's do it right here on this video. Before I go, I know I'm about 13 minutes. I've just been rambling away here. Before I go, I thought this was hilarious. Daniel, have you guys been using ChatGPT? I haven't at all, but I've been reading. People have been posting stuff, and I've been reading them, and it's pretty incredible. I feel like I can spot it a little bit. But Daniel put he got into ChatGPT, and here's what he wrote. He said, "Write a post about Daniel and Paul from Conversations with Curtis YouTube channel, who want to let people know that they need more donations in order to keep producing the same amount of content, or else they'll have to cut down on content." So that's what he wrote into ChatGPT. And now I'm going to read to you a letter from me and Daniel, ChatGPT, to you. All right, you ready? Dear viewers of Conversations with Curtis, Daniel and Paul here. As many of you know, our channel is entirely supported by your donations and contributions. Over the past few months, we have been receiving fewer donations than usual and are facing the reality that if we don't receive more support soon, we will have to cut down on the amount of content we produce. We started this channel with the goal of bringing unique and informative conversations to our viewers, and we've been thrilled with the response. However, producing high-quality content takes time, resources, and funding. We don't want to compromise on the quality of our content, but without your support, we may have no other choice. We understand that not everyone is able to make financial contributions, but there are other ways to support us as well. sharing our videos with your friends and family, leaving a like and a comment on our videos, and spreading the word about our channel all go a long way in helping us reach a wider audience. We want to continue bringing you the best conversations and content that we can, but we need your help to make that a reality. If you are able to make a donation, no matter how small, it would mean the world to us. Our future is in your hands, and we thank you for your support. We heard that, Paul and Daniel. Dang, that's amazing. I mean, that's like, I don't think I rambled for 9 minutes saying all of that stuff, and then ChatGPT just perfectly condensed it. I would have said, did you hear that, Paul and Daniel? That might have been a little better, because we heard that. Yeah, we're putting something out to you. So I think he messed up on that one. But anyways, that's where we're at. I don't want to ask for money anymore, but we sure need your support. So please consider helping us, help us either with your support or by helping us figure out other means of support, and help us get back to producing really fun content and growing our brand. All right. That's all I've got for today. Thanks for joining us, you guys. We'll be back on Wednesday with a stream. Not sure what we're doing. I think if we can get Tori, we'll get back to Phantas 2, and then Daniel and I will be back on Friday with Curse of Monkey Island, and then we will see how it goes. I'm out of town the week after that because I got to work. But maybe I can take less of these tours if we start to increase these donations. So, okay, guys, that's all I got. Thanks a lot. I hope you're having a good weekend, and I hope you get to check off more stuff on off your list, whichever way you use that. All right, take care, all. Have a good one. Bye.